And Lindsey Graham.
Let's not do DC politics. Well, this show's a throwaway.
Muriel
so.
Bowser, she related to...
Sam? I mean, Charles Bowser?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Let me look that up.
I guess Bowser's not that common of a name, you're saying?
Well, yeah, Yvette Lee
big
Bowser.
in politics.
Yvette Lee Bowser.
All right. Well,
Good morning, YouTube Live.
Hey.
Oh, we're on. Good morning. Welcome back. I am your host, Dean Weitzman. Every Saturday morning right here on 100.3 WRNB.
and Classics 107.9.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Hello to our YouTube audience. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to watch us as well as listen, simply surf your way over to the My Philly Lawyer website and click on Court Radio, and that'll take you right in to the studio where we are hanging out today for the next hour, answering your legal questions. Simply give us a call at 215-227-2727, the number for all things legal in Philly.
Dean, how are you?
I am splendid. I thought I was going to be late for the show today because
Why?
they were cutting trees down in my neighborhood, and they had the cars all stopped up for a long time.
You couldn't get out of your neighborhood.
Say again?
You couldn't get out of your neighborhood. You couldn't get out of your area.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. And but then once they let us out, it was zippy.
And then you jumped. Now you're driving which vehicle in which you jumped into hyperspace as you normally do?
Yeah, this is a new one.
You didn't tell us? Well, you normally apprise us of a new vehicle.
Yeah.
What's up? What happened?
We're going downstairs, y'all.
Yeah, we got to go see what this
going
is. What you got? What you
We
get?
could take the cameras and run down.
Maybe we could, but what you get? Tell us what you got. So we can all go Google it.
It's a Mercedes, an SL63 SE.
Whole lot of letters and numbers.
Oh,
You know what the deal
whole lot of
is.
letters and
Hold on, when
numbers.
you got a whole
Yeah.
bunch of when it sound when your car sounds like a password.
That was good. That
That was a good one. I'm gonna use that.
Maybe I'll use that.
That'll be
for
a
my
T-shirt
password.
next week. Yeah, nobody will think about it.
SL63.
So why this one? And what is this one known for? This is sound like you're a speed guy. This
yeah.
sounds like luxury.
Well, no, this is. I think
Maybach.
I'm hoping that this is the confluence, the convergence
Of it all.
of speed, handling, and luxury.
How many horses?
805.
We'll go down and take
That's a lot of Kentucky
Go ahead,
Derbies,
Mr.
baby.
Ed. What color is it? It's downstairs?
1,050 torque pounds of feet.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is a bad little
Boy
thing.
and his toy. So
Yeah.
what color is it?
They call this Magno Gray. It's that matte paint that Mercedes does. So yeah, it's a little thing. It's a convertible.
So you won this at what? Poker, blackjack?
Yeah, I was at the poker table last night. Some guy was foolish enough to take me on.
Hey, we know. We've heard the stories.
Yeah, zip. Give me those keys. Give me that pink slip. Woo, that,
Boy, come on.
that dates us though.
That has happened.
That's what we call it: Fast, Furious, and Weitzman.
Yeah, I actually did settle a case at the poker table a couple days ago.
How does that work?
Yeah, the adjuster was working late. Oh, my phone rang. It was about 9:30 at night, and she said, "I hope I'm not disturbing you."
No.
Never. You can't disturb me. And yeah, the client's case resolved. We had spoke before. She had made an offer. It was not all that attractive of an offer. I think it was $75,000, and in that conversation, we moved from $75,000 to $260,000.
You went from 75 to 260,000. So
Yeah.
one went high, one went low. You met in the middle. somewhere, right?
Yeah. Well, I just, as I often do, I used reason. Reason. Yeah.
And a bit of nuggeting.
Yeah. There you
Well,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
So the client's happy, and the matter's resolved.
That's the end of the day. That's all you want?
Yep. Another happy client.
Now, speaking of client.
Who happens to have become a client through listening to court radio.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
We're effective.
That's the way to do it.
Now, Dean, you yourself.
myself.
You've been going through some struggles.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Oy vey. Yes.
So
that's a time to use oy vey.
This is an oy vey moment?
It is an oy vey moment.
All right.
So,
all
right, I'm going to give you the kind of the lowdown here.
Long story short.
We were out, my wife and I, and the kids were home alone. And I get a call from Soph that the dishwasher is leaking.
Soph is your daughter.
Soph is my daughter. Right. Yeah. And so I said, that doesn't sound good. I said, do me a favor, open the dishwasher because that'll shut the cycle off and it'll close down. And whatever water's in there, maybe there's like a rip in the seal. And so, some more may come out, but not too much. Put towels down and we'll be home soon. And then I forgot about it.
Okay. This is about what time?
This is about maybe 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock at night. You're out the house, you and the wife, dinner,
Yeah.
the kids are home alone.
Yep.
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher.
So you figure it's good, it's 10 o'clock. So how long before you get home?
Well, an hour and a half later,
Okay.
I get a call from Jackson, my son. And he goes, Dad, we've been laying towels down, but we can't get this thing to stop leaking. So I said, oh, yeah, all right, I'm coming home. And so I just dropped everything and went right home. Well, you've been in the house.
Yes.
Okay. So you know where the kitchen is?
Yep.
You know how it's attached kind of to the great room, to the family room? And so there was water from the kitchen sink area all the way to that 100-inch TV on the other side of the room.
That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of space, a lot of water.
Guys, it's a lot of space. It's a lot of room.
You got that big
the whole
sofa.
thing, right? The big sofa, the
Yeah.
carpet, the TV.
Yeah.
The isn't that on top of the wall? Is there a fireplace there? Right.
Yes.
Right. It's
Yes.
huge. It's a huge space. It really is big.
So, they had used every towel in the house. Okay, so now I'm grabbing. Well, first I had to address the fact that the water is pouring out of the dishwasher
And just dripping.
not dripping, pouring. And I had the damn thing. I unplugged the dishwasher. It's still pouring.
This is a plumbing issue, not
And
electricity.
so I had to go to the household shutoff.
Right.
And I shut the water off in the house. Meanwhile, all the water from the living room leaks through the hardwood floors into the basement.
Which is just as vast as upstairs.
Yeah. And there's a pool table under this. And luckily, I had this like heavy vinyl cover over the pool table that it comes with, because there was 3 inches of water sitting on top of this vinyl cover on top of the pool table.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
But it did its job.
It did its job, but the pool table was saved, but not much else.
So the basement
Drywall all over the ceiling and the walls of the insulation, all that's came out, and they spent 2 weeks at the house just drying it out. I called. I'll give them a shout out. I called ServPro. You know that ads on the TV.
I've seen it.
Right.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I called them. They had these massive dryers and dehumidifiers, and they were running nonstop for 2 weeks. Because what you don't want to do is get that black mold.
That black mold, yeah.
Yeah, you get that black mold, forget it. They're going to have to tear your house down and start all over again. And so I was in a depression.
Sure.
I was
Every day you got to come home to this.
The sound was deafening.
I believe it.
But I was in a depression because I thought, oh, this is going to cost me a fortune. I can't even imagine. And so I called the insurance company the next day.
This is Homeowners.
Yeah, it's my homeowners company. It's Chubb. I have Chubb.
Chubb.
And
I got nothing. Go ahead.
and they said, we'll send somebody out. But, they said, did you remediate? Did you take steps to dry it out? Yeah. And by then I had, because the first call I made was to the remediation company. Because your insurance company wants you to take some emergency steps to be able to limit the damage. You got to start reducing the damage. You got to get the water out of there. And so we did that, and they've been great. I have to say, they've been great. They came out, they took a look at the place. The remediation company ended up estimating the damage. Sometimes people use a public adjuster. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you'll do it on your own. I happen to have used the remediation company to provide us with an estimate. They brought in floor guys, and they brought in contractors for the walls and things like that. Everybody gave them their numbers, and the remediation company reduced those numbers to a whole plan, what we need to do to get this house back to where it was. And the hardwood floors, like we have hardwood floors on the other side of the hallway. So there's my office on the other side and a little sitting room. Mm. They replaced those as well because line of sight. You can see them from parts of the house where their floors were damaged. So because of that, they want to make sure that these floors match because they currently match. So they want to put your house back to the way it was before the flood. Anyway, to like $190,000 worth of damage.
That's a lot of
water is everywhere,
It made the Grand Canyon. It can do it once.
The basement floor needs to be replaced.
What about stuff like your carpet, your furniture, your furnishings, any of that stuff?
Anything damaged that can't be made back to the way it was.
You didn't have cheap stuff.
No, we didn't. And see, you have to be careful. We did not have expensive carpets, but if you had some expensive carpets, you may have to schedule that. And what I want to explain to listeners is that when you get a homeowner's policy, there are some limitations within that policy. For instance, the most obvious, jewelry. Okay, they may pay $2,500 for jewelry if your jewelry is stolen or lost. If you've got a watch that's worth $10,000, the only way you're getting paid for that watch is if you let the insurance company know before, when you get your policy, they value that watch. They'll maybe ask for an appraisal, and then that watch gets placed on a separate schedule that you pay a little extra for. So you can't just, again, you have to look at your possessions. If you've got an antique rug that you got from grandma that came from Persia that's worth 50 G's, you're not probably going to get that rug replaced unless it's on a schedule. You have to talk to your insurance people. You have to tell them what you have so they can advise you properly on how to best insure your property. Otherwise, you're going to be upset when the time comes and the Persian rug gets burned or, flooded, and they're going to give you $2,500 to replace it with a Amazon rug.
Amazon rug.
Rug.
Not the folks. In case you're wondering, you're listening to Damage Control with Dean Weissman, my Philly lawyer. The number is 215-227-2727. 215-227-2727. There are people listening that I'm sure have gone through a flood. I've been through floods.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, you got the kind of flood where water comes from outside in. So that's a flood where the water comes below grade and rises up. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's not a flood you're probably getting paid for unless you have a flood policy. Yeah.
But if you're not in a flood zone,
you can't. You might have difficulty getting a flood policy, but even in a you may be able to get flood insurance even in a non-flood zone. But again, in a non-flood zone, there's a very small chance you're going to get flooded. But yeah, I guess it happens. But definitely in flood zones, I like at the Shore House, I have to have a flood policy.
Right.
And if the water is coming from outside in and up, then that's a flood that requires your flood
Outside, in
policy.
and up. This was from the inside.
This was from the inside down.
Down.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
There's a
Okay.
big difference. If you got a hole in your roof and water comes in the hole and down into the house, that's not a flood. That's water damage, and they'll pay for that. But if you've got water coming in from the ground and it's rising up, that's a flood. They're
That
not
makes
paying
sense.
for it. They're not paying
So
for
there
it.
has to be this distinction.
Yeah. You got to understand what you have. It's so, like, I guess the takeaway from today's show, folks, is you really can't be ignorant about your insurance needs and what you have and what it covers, and you got to ask the questions. So many people are scared to ask the questions because they think it's going to cost them money, and it might cost you money, but you'll.
You gotta know.
You got to know.
You gotta know.
Because if you don't know, when the time comes and you call the insurance company, you go, "Oh, I got a flood. I'm going to be, can you send somebody out?" And they say, "Oh, really? Well, there was a really bad rainstorm. Did that water come in from outside and up?" "Yeah." "Oh, we don't cover that. See you later." Click. And then, you're sitting there with your ankle deep in water and you're ready to kill yourself because you didn't ask the right questions. It might cost you money in the front end. And you don't have to pay the money. Like, if you know, hey, I don't get covered for this type of loss, and you understand that and you accept that, that's fine. At least then when the flood happens, don't even bother making the phone call.
Hey, listen, Jake from State Farm knows what he's supposed to know. You got to know what you're supposed to know on the other side.
Yeah. You got to know what's insured, what's not insured, what losses they'll pay for, what losses they won't pay for. 215-227-2727. Have you had some insanity, some craziness in insurance claims that you want to share with us? We're willing to listen. I don't know how we even segue here, but we have to segue.
Well,
Talk about losses.
when you were going through this issue, I'm pretty sure that from time to time you were doing business on a laptop, correct?
I was.
Right, and said laptop, as you know, has been in the news lately because of a certain president's son.
Is that where that came from, the laptop?
Yeah. Initially, the whole laptop conversation started from his laptop.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And now this is going even
Hunter.
further. This
Yeah.
is going even further.
This is Hunter being Hunter.
and accusing.
Well, he claims he's repeating what he heard from some book he read. And the book says that Melania Trump was introduced to Donald by Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not sure why that's so defamatory.
Because he's Jeffrey Epstein.
What does that
It's
mean?
like he's the Adolf Hitler of the sex trade. He's the guy. He's evil when it comes to sex.
Okay. There's no evilness.
Stop it! I said he's the evil side of this.
Okay.
He's the dark side of this, right? He's
So
a bad guy.
anybody that he puts together is a suspect relationship.
Well, their relationship was kind of suspect. Her immigration status, her past as a quote unquote model. First lady with nude photos. Come on.
Did she have nude photos?
Yes, Google it. We all got them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't want to see those.
So yeah, I mean, there's all of that. So there's a lot of that speculatory stuff out there that it could be damaging. But come on, again, it's Jeffrey Epstein. He's a bad guy, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the claim.
The claim was he's dead, but he went to prison. He
hadn't been
was found
convicted
guilty.
yet.
That's right.
He hadn't been. He was
That's right.
he was in holding.
That's right.
He was in holding.
And he
All
was
right.
about to get a deal.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah,
Well,
he
I'm
was-
sure he
was-
would have gotten a
he-
deal.
He was
'Cause
offered. He was offered
knew
a pretty
lot
good deal.
Of, if he was the guy you say he was, and I'm not doubting it, then he had a lot of information on a lot of guys. And so a lot of guys in power. And so, yeah, I would have thought he would have gotten some kind of sweetheart deal.
What do you think would be the backlash if folks found out? Dean and his wife through Jeff Epstein.
Right.
How would that even play? Your colleagues would go, what?
It's bad PR. It's
That's
just
bad PR,
bad
man.
PR.
The whole thing is just lurid.
But
So if he did not meet her through Jeffrey Epstein,
because it's hearsay.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah.
But that's all you need these days. But is this suit even palpable? Is this legitimate? Can she do this? Does it matter? Is this a number to go, ooh, look at this?
She can. Question is whether Hunter, who cites an excerpt from a book written by Michael Wolff, a Trump biographer, okay, whether he can rely upon that and say, hey, you know, this is where I read it. I'm not set. I don't have any firsthand knowledge, but that's what I read in the book that Wolff wrote. And then the question is, you know, is it the Wolff book that needs to fall by the wayside if, in fact, it was not a true statement? And why didn't they sue Wolff?
Good question. He wrote it, right?
Yeah. Hunter is merely reading that which he read from a book.
He's repeating something he heard, so to speak. And she's suing him.
Like, you know, heard and read are two different things.
This book was published.
Yes, it was a published book.
Right.
And nobody made any claims then and since.
Exactly. So I don't see this going anywhere.
Not winnable at all?
But on the other hand, you know, it seems like Trump's been on a winning streak with regard to these kinds of claims. Everybody has, you know, bowed down and paid him some, you know,
case in point, CBS.
Security money.
CBS bowed down to
exactly.
To, you know, just so they can get a deal done with Skydance. They just
University of Pennsylvania bowed down, Columbia bowed down.
Exactly.
Yep.
So will Hunter bow down? I don't think so. Only because, you know, Hunter really doesn't have anything. What is he going to do? Offer him up $10,000?
You can't be defamed anymore. What else you got?
Right, but according to some people, it's the Biden crime family.
Yeah, but, you know, Hunter doesn't have deep pockets.
Not anymore.
No, them pockets are sewed up. And so he doesn't have what it takes. And so when Trump or Melania goes to the lawyers to say, hey, let's sue, one of the things they look at is, are we going to collect anything? You know, what's the end result of this? And I don't think anybody's going to be all that insanely interested in pursuing this. And then the other thing is that subjects Melania to depositions and it potentially, you know, Trump, you know, he's going to have to go back in and be sworn in, and you know how he testifies, bad. And so I think that this is all, you know, just flapping the lips. It's flapping the lips. I don't see this going anywhere.
Political theater.
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 Aren't you tired of all this chaos every single day?
I don't watch it anymore, and I don't.
You got to turn it off, right? You got to.
I unplugged. I do not. I really don't look at it. And when people like who are still in it call me to say, "Could you believe this or that?" I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about, and I don't even want to know what you're talking about. And then that's probably not a good thing. That's what they want people like me to do, is to unplug and just to close my eyes. But I'm figuring nothing's going to happen until the next election and then the next election, and we're either going to make some progress and we're going to, you know, have a story to tell and a plan of action that folks can get behind, because there's not going to be enough angst against the administration to vote against them. Sure, there's going to be some people who say, I just will never vote for, but there's not enough of that. You've got to give somebody something that is good, and you've got to point out the good on your side, and then they have to say, yeah, that's better than, and make a comparison to what things are now. And then we'll see if there's going to be, you know, a reckoning, a change of the guard, as they say.
I can just tell you that at the grocery store, as a single man, nothing has gotten cheaper.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They say that salaries have gone up. People are making more money, but it's costing them more.
Right. So if it's got to be adjusted for the, inflation? If it's not adjusted for the cost of living increases, what good is it?
Yeah. Well, we're going to see what happens. I will say this, all right? You know me. I have never been a fan of, never probably will be a fan of, his second 100 days in office were better than his first. I think I think if you're making a comparison,
his second 100 days better than his first. That's
Yeah.
a tough one, Dean.
he's a little bit more presidential today than he was the first 100. He does, like when they had that meeting in Alaska yesterday.
Did you watch that?
I didn't.
I did.
Yeah, I told you I unplugged.
I can't.
I did hear that he, when he left there, he really didn't say too much to the press.
Neither one of them did.
And that's not the way he normally
except
was.
for an interview with Ox News with Sean Hannity.
Oh, he did an interview?
He did an interview with Sean.
And what
Hannity.
did he say? Not much.
Not much. A lot of this, a lot of that. But
Yeah, we hope it works. We think he's in the right page. And
he said that he regretted actually doing the interview because there wasn't much really to say, or he didn't really want to say much.
Dean.
But he did say that Putin told him, yes, if you were president, this war wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
He was so happy. He was like, "Oh, I love this guy."
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Man, Putin knows just what to say to get to his heart."
Of course. Putin has a meeting with psychologists to figure out how to talk to a misogynist.
Dude was head of KGB. He ain't slow.
He got the playbook. He got the playbook.
He got it.
Listen, he would never treat Putin the way they treated Zelensky. The way he gushes over this guy,
Yeah.
it's sickening, man.
Yeah. Well,
it's sickening.
I understand. You're still involved. I'm not. I'm
I'm
emotionally.
We can't turn it off, Dean, because we
detached.
have to talk about it all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You have the luxury. God bless you.
215-227-2727. Circling back to insurance claims. We here at My Philly Lawyer handle and work with clients who have horrible accidents and suffer horrible losses as a result of the negligence of others. And it's really what we do on a regular basis. We know that negligent party, that person who stepped on you, could be a corporation, a company. It could be that aggressive driver who, was flipping around on the road and took you with them. It doesn't really matter who the at-fault party is. We're here to protect our clients and to make sure that our clients are made whole as a result. Our most seriously injured clients, I could say without a doubt, would walk away from all the money I ever got them if they could have their life back. That is something, unfortunately, we can't do. But we can make sure that you have the best treatment, that you have that treatment for as long as you need it, whether it's a year or the rest of your life, and that the people who are paying for that are the ones who caused the injury in the first place.
Hear, hear.
We're also doing a number of mass torts. We're still doing hair relaxer.
Oh,
Good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Get your justice, ladies.
We have over 100 women who suffer with cancers as a result of using that hair relaxer product. I don't know if people are still using it. I don't. I know it's still being sold.
as it was.
Yes. Well, it's what happens is it enters your body through microscopic openings in your scalp, and it gets into your bloodstream, and it changes your hormonal system so that you are now more susceptible to these types of cancers, endometrial cancer, cervical cancer. You become more susceptible to these cancers because of changes in your hormonal system. And so we have a lot of doctors who have supported this, and we're pursuing these claims vigorously. We thought in the beginning that we were going to pursue the cancers for not cancers. Lost it.
The cancers for what?
No, not cancers.
We're not talking about cancer.
Because we had a broader scope in the beginning of the types of cases that we were handling.
Yeah. There, as far as Not the cancers, but
fibroids. That's right.
Yeah.
Fibroids.
It took
A woman to come in and explain it to us.
It
took a lady.
Yeah. We had thought that the fibroids were a claim that we could also connect, and I still think one day we will be able to. But the medical connections between those two aren't as strong as the cancer claims. So we are pursuing cancer claims for hair relaxer, folks. If you know somebody who is suffering with some sort of gynecological cancer, we are connecting the use of hair relaxer to that disease, and we're happy to talk to them. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. And if you're sitting on the line and you're thinking about a question you want to ask us, give us a call at 215-227-2727.
Are your kids going back to school? Dean, do your kids catch a bus to school?
Yes.
This is pertinent.
So who's on YouTube?
How y'all doing?
Says, good morning, Dean. Will you be doing dishes the old-fashioned way from now on?
Ooh.
That ain't happening.
Bust those suds, baby.
When's the last time you washed
Bust
the
those
dish?
suds.
I occasionally wash a dish. I mean,
Occasionally
come on.
wash a dish.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Listen,
This guy don't even take out his own trash. Don't pump his own gas.
Well,
don't bag his own groceries.
That's only because my wife loves me and does many of those things.
Yay, wife.
Hey.
Yay, wife.
I do. You guys sound a little sour about that. Yeah, I'm happily married. Okay. But I don't bag my own groceries. No, I got a problem with that.
Got a big problem with that.
Yeah.
When's the last time you pumped? Well, you pump your own gas.
Yeah.
Well, no. No.
Not in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
I do.
You do?
Jersey, you don't pump your own gas.
Right.
But in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. I do. I pump my own gas in Pennsylvania.
Yo, he don't even remember, bro.
That's how.
Well, I do. I do
Somebody
have.
get your gas for you.
No, but I've been driving that electric car for so long.
How you like that?
I love that car.
Really?
Oh yeah, the Porsche Taycan is amazing.
What kind of distance have you gone with that? And are you worried about finding charging stations?
Comfortable. It's a comfortable drive.
Quiet.
It handles. It's quiet. There's nothing bad about that, and it handles like a sports car. It's funny in the summertime, my electricity in the car can last me about 275 miles, and in the wintertime only about 225. I get an extra 50 miles when the weather's warm. It doesn't deplete the energy as quickly.
Not working as hard.
Legal answers. Here's more Court Radio.
Hey,
with your
YouTube, you
host,
got questions?
Dean
They
Weiss.
went
Give
about
it up.
electric cars. School buses.
Yes, sirree. We're back. I am Dean Weitzman, your host of Court Radio every Saturday morning. Oh, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and like.
Please
Yes.
Yeah, that helps the
Algorithm.
yes, the logarithms.
do. The algorithm.
Yeah,
Algorithms.
Algorithm.
So all you folks that's watching, you need to hit the subscribe and like button to build our fan base.
Yes.
And our radio listeners, here is Takara on line 1. Eric. Oh, Takara.
Good morning, Takara.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Thanks for calling us. What's your story?
Okay. So about a year ago, I joined a gym. I won't say their name, but it's not like a regular gym. So their main focus is you wore a EMS suit, which is electromuscular stimulation training. I worked out there about 3 or 4 days a week. The sessions were about 20 minutes. My first 2 months were great, so to speak, building my stamina. And one day I went there, and as I'm working out, I just didn't feel well. Like I had the worst headache ever. I was short of breath. I was stopping in midst of my workout training. I just was not feeling well. My suit, the vest portion of it, was always too tight, and we had that issue from day one. We ended up changing sizes, trying to make adjustments, like putting my shirt so it wouldn't press so much on my neck, the neck region. In this particular session, I just was not feeling good, and I kept telling her, like, something doesn't feel right. Even after my session, like, I had to lay down on the ground, like, I was dizzy, extremely short of breath. I couldn't breathe very well. My head was pounding. This was on a Saturday. Come Sunday, my headache was even worse. I suffer from migraines, so I didn't really think nothing of it. I did my regular thing. Let me go take a nap, take some medicine. I'll wake up. I should be fine. I was not. Still going on about my day. Monday comes. I woke up, and my left arm, was hurting extremely bad. So I chalked it up like, oh, I worked out really good. I'm sore, but I'm dominant right hand, so I really couldn't understand why my left arm was hurting. 10 hours go by. I had to do an 8-hour shift of work, take care of my kids. I finally sat down to take a breather, and I just felt all this weight in my arm. My arm was extremely swollen. I went to the hospital. It turns out I ended up having a blood clot in my subclavian. I had to have surgery to remove the clot. I was on Eliquis for about 3 months. Even talking to the physicians and telling them what transpired that weekend and during my session, they were all saying that they agreed that it was the suit that caused it. I have spoken to other lawyers, but I haven't really gotten anywhere. I'm just trying to see if I have a case. They were telling me that it's a product liability, but no one's really, I guess, willing to take the case. But that experience, like, honestly changed my life. If anything, I've been just trying to get healthy, and I go there, and the scariest possible thing happened to me.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, had you ever had any issues with blood clots before this incident?
Never.
Okay. Because the blood clot problem is a known problem with these electric stimulation suits. I mean, it doesn't happen probably often, but it certainly can happen because of them. And the question is, was it the suit that caused the problem? Probably. Was it because it was used incorrectly? You said something about it not sizing properly. Can that increase the odds of it happening? So, if you did bring a suit, it would probably have to be brought against both the company that made the suit and also the gym, because, two things that come to mind. One, you told the woman that you're working out with that you were having a problem, and she continued to have you working out. And second of all, she knew that there was a sizing issue, and if that could lead to an increased risk, then she had an obligation to make sure you were sized correctly. So there's no way you're going to be able to bring this claim without bringing it against both the manufacturer as well as the gym. Now, the gym may have an out because you may have signed a waiver when you became a member of the gym. So that we would have to look at that and make sure that there was no waivers that would prevent you from bringing the claim. And then the product's liability claim against the manufacturer, that is, that would be not only against the manufacturer, but everybody in the distribution chain. So if the people who made this suit, sold it to a third party, and that third party sold it to a retailer, theoretically, everybody along the way is potentially a defendant in that claim. It's a very expensive claim, as you could imagine, because you're going to have to get experts. You're going to have to get experts on who can opine that the suit was the cause of your problem.
How about the doctors that actually treated her?
Well, of course, they're going to have to come in to talk about what her injury is and whether it's permanent or not. And I suspect it's not permanent. I suspect that she had an injury, and she is healed from that injury. And that may be ultimately the problem with the case, because it may have value. Let's say, whatever, $100,000, $200,000.
To pain and suffering as far as she having to go in for surgery and stuff.
But the cost to litigate a products liability claim may be getting close to the value of the claim.
Well, you said that the suit had been known to cause clots.
Yes.
So does the suit come with a disclaimer? Do you have to sign a waiver prior to?
That's a whole other issue. This may be what's called a claim for failure to notify. So it may be a warnings claim. Like they should have warned her, do not wear this suit, or one of the side effects of this suit is that you could get blood clots. I don't know that she would have. Let's get to Kyra back on. If you had known beforehand that this was a possibility, that not likely, but it's a possibility that you could have had a blood clot from using this suit, would that have stopped you from using the suit?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the warning for her, is an important part of the whole process. And if they did not warn her, and then the question is, did they warn because did you own this suit or was
Did you got to buy it outright or
did you use it for the time you were working out at that gym?
We only used it at the time we were at the gym.
Got it. So the question is, did they warn the owner of the gym that this is a possibility? And then does that owner have an obligation to warn to Kyra?
She didn't buy it through the gym, did she?
No, she used it through the gym.
So everyone uses these same suits over, huh?
When she's done, they put that suit on you.
Right.
Is that sanitary? I don't know. I'm not going
Well,
there.
it goes...
I'm not going there.
It goes over your clothes, correct, Kyra?
Yes, it does. They give you this shirt and tights that they have you put on, and then they put the suit on, and then they wet it. And then, everything is battery packed and it's connected to their little iPads and stuff.
Wow, it sounds a little
wet and batteries. I'm a little ooh. yeah. 2 words you don't associate.
It's like a Clockwork Orange.
Oh, now you're dating.
Is it safe?
To Kyra, if you have a 2-year statute of limitations to bring a claim. I'm happy to have a conversation with you off the radio. Please give us a call during the week at 215-227-2727.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have called you guys, and I don't think I was told that the information that you gave me is not the information that I got.
Okay. Well, I would ask you to give us a call and ask for Jay Berger on Monday. Tell Jay you spoke to me on the radio and see if he can make a referral for you to a products liability attorney.
Perfect. I greatly appreciate it. I've been trying to call you guys for a couple of months and I can never get through. So I was stuck and I'm so happy I got through today. I greatly appreciate the advice and the information.
Have a great Saturday. Thanks for calling us, Takara. Be well.
You as well. You too.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I never even heard of this before.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk to Denise on line 2. Eric. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, thanks. But now that you've called, we are really doing well.
We're better.
Doing much better.
Oh, well, wow, thank you. You made my day, right?
No.
Well, I just wanted to ask you guys a quick question. I didn't think much of it until I heard you guys, but I was listening to what you had to say about the lawsuits related to the hair relaxer.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother just recently passed away in November.
I'm so sorry.
And she, thank you, related to ovarian cancer. And she, I know, had talked with a law firm, and I think she wanted to be part of a class action lawsuit related to the hair relaxer, but I'm not sure. And obviously she didn't get to finish doing what she needed to do because she was battling cancer for the second go around with ovarian cancer. This time she was battling for 2 years. So she was really not in a position to move forward. But I was wondering, is that something that I could pursue on her behalf?
Okay, so
not that I'm trying to get a windfall.
Well, no. Listen, if you're if you're entitled to something, then you're entitled to it. And I want to unpack your question. First of all, it's been less than 2 years since Mom passed, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because there's a hard 2-year statute of limitations on this. And so you get past 2 years, you haven't done anything, you're never going to do anything.
But isn't it all about when she actually started the process?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. We do not know if Mom has joined a claim somewhere. I would assume Denise would have found some paperwork from a law firm that says we represent Denise's mom. Did you ever find that paperwork?
There was something, and honestly, I would have to go back and find it because I'm not sure if this was something that was related to the first bout that she had or for this last go-around. And I don't think it was for this last one because,
okay.
well...
I mean, the hair relaxer litigation has been in existence for a little more than a year. If it was beyond that, then chances are she wasn't involved in hair relaxer litigation. The answer is, like, you'd have to raise an estate. Have you done that for your mother yet? Have you had to do that? Did she have any property that needed to pass through a probate?
Yes, yeah, that's already been done. Everything's been done.
And who's the
concerned.
administrator for that estate?
I am.
Okay. And do you have any siblings, or are you the sole heir to your mom's estate?
I have a brother.
Okay. So this claim is for the estate, and it is shared equally by you and your brother. But you, as the administrator, could sign paperwork to bring Mom's claim under the fold of an attorney who may be able to pursue it. Now, from a factual standpoint, it's a little bit iffy because you're going to be asked questions like, how often did Mom use hair relaxer over her lifetime? What products did she use? Where did she buy those products? And you're going to need answers to those questions, because if you don't have answers to those questions, then you don't have the basic underpinnings of what we would need to pursue a claim on her behalf. Excuse me. If you do have answers to those questions, then you're certainly capable of pursuing this claim on behalf of your mother's estate to the benefit of you and your brother. Because if you could say, yes, I talked to Mom and I know that she used the products, or maybe her girlfriends know this, maybe this is a conversation you have with her girlfriends who can say, yeah, we did it together all the time. We used them 2 or 3 or 4 times a year back in the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s or whenever. If you had that kind of factual information that may be best shared with you by somebody who was her peer, and they know the product she used and they know that she bought it and she used it at home or she went to this salon, then you have what we would need to put a case together for you. So does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Oh, absolutely.
All right. So if you think you can do what I suggested, then I'd say please give us a call on Monday morning. And we'll get moving on it because time is of the essence.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do that.
Thanks, Denise. Have a great Saturday, and talk to you next week.
Take care.
215. All right. Bye-bye.
227-2727. 215-227-2727. Someone said we haven't been saying the number enough.
Okay. Yeah. And that number brings you into the fold of the family,
It'll be the family.
Yeah.
Not the firm. The family.
The family firm.
The family firm. Good one.
So, and I don't know. I still feel like when I'm representing clients, that they are like family.
I can see that.
And I want to make sure that, that they get taken care of and that they're not taken advantage of by the process. And so many lawyers and law firms, unfortunately, don't have that mindset, and they kind of just, you're a widget, and you go in, and you get lost in the sauce.
It's part of the process.
Yeah,
On
and
a conveyor belt, so to speak.
A conveyor belt. That's a good analogy. Not that way at My Philly Lawyer. Not that way.
That's why you won that award the last time.
Oh yeah, yeah. We are the gold medalist. Nobody better than us when it comes to personal injury in Philadelphia. We are Philly's favorite law firm.
So it is written.
So it shall be.
Amen.
Number one. Number one.
There you go.
Dean, school starts in a week or so.
Yes, sir.
Which means there'll be more school buses on the road. You said your daughter catches a school.
Yes.
One of the kids, right? Catches
Both
a bus?
of them.
Yep.
Both of them. Yeah.
There are some school bus rules and do's
Love
and don'ts.
to talk about it, but it's going to have to be after the break.
Okay.
Folks, we got a 2-minute break for our sponsors. We'll be right back after this. YouTube Live.
YouTube, school buses.
Yeah, you just ready to go. I'm like, dude, look at your watch.
No. You gotta give
Motorists
it's a
must stop
tease.
with flashing
It's a tease.
light
Oh, it's a
red
tease,
lights.
yeah.
By the way, I didn't know the game was at 1 o'clock.
It is.
Oh, right. I got to take a nap.
What game?
Take a nap.
I didn't get to bed till 4 o'clock, man.
You ain't
What
got time
game?
to take a nap?
Is there a game? What game?
Preseason.
Saturday? Today?
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
The Browns.
God, the season is here, bro.
It is.
Damn. I got to get that deck built.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a big party out there.
Keenan said, I gave that number to a coworker this week. She got rear-ended on her way to work, and striking the vehicle drove off. Hopefully she calls you.
Hopefully, Keenan. And if it drove off, hopefully she has uninsured motorist protection, because that's what we would be pursuing on her behalf. We would be going against her insurance company for uninsured motorist coverage.
But I guess it depends on what the limits are and what she
What
can
the
actually
limits
get.
are, yeah, exactly.
I've been
So
here for a
often,
while.
I am limit bound.
Yes.
When, Sean Sams is texting me about my nuggeting shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but hit him up. He's been trying to get in touch with you.
I know. He did text me, and I've been a little tied up, Sean, with the flood.
Yeah.
It was of epic proportion.
It was.
I will definitely get together with you. We will share a cigar at my cigar club.
Yeah.
Speaking of cigars, do we have any YouTube watchers that are cigar smokers?
Oh, well, next 10 minutes they got to,
We can talk cigars all day.
yeah, but we ain't got all day.
I'll meet you in Conshohocken at Cigar Republic.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, baby. We were just talking about cigars.
Were we?
Yes. I am a member at a place in Conshohocken called Cigar Republic.
There's a was it humidor?
It is a humidor.
Humidor.
Yeah, they've got a gigantic humidor. It's a really nice place. It's open to the public. It's also a private club.
Your cigar of choice?
Padron.
Padron.
Yes. Padron. Padron.
I mean, you always now. Do you still? Because you drive to work with a cigar.
I do.
You leave it in the parking lot.
I do.
How many cigars a day are you?
Maybe 3.
And when you're playing cards, cigar.
Oh, yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. Oh, yeah. Big cloud of smoke, cigars,
Okay.
Yeah.
The Padrones.
Padrones. For me, I mean, the other guys, they smoke
What they smoke?
Philly Blunt or something. I don't know. They aren't too particular.
right, well,
especially that guy Chris. That guy Chris he'll smoke anything that's got a wrapper on
YouTube.
it. Yeah.
On YouTube.
Segueing from the smoke, we
Yes.
teased
School buses.
school buses.
Yeah.
Don't smoke while driving.
Please, and make sure you stop for the extended arm. Do not stop. Do not go around the school bus. You will be busted.
They got cameras.
Yeah, they do.
The buses have cameras too?
Yeah.
10 feet. You must stay a minimum of 10 feet between the vehicle and the school bus. Drivers must remain stopped until the bus's red lights stop flashing and the arm is retracted. Drivers must wait until children have safely crossed the road. If a school bus is stopped at an intersection, traffic in all directions must stop, even if there's no median separating the lanes. That could
They get a little dicey.
That could slip some people up.
I know.
Yeah. And you could have up to a 60-day license suspension for a school bus violation.
I believe it.
All right, we got an anonymous caller. Line 1. Anonymous.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
All right. Well,
Okay, what's happening is that, like back in '79, right? The teacher beat me up and put me in the hospital, really bad. You know?
Wow.
And, yeah. So, long story short, right?
Yeah.
All right. Of course, I'm very messed up over it. I even had psychology to help me out with it.
Yep.
So at that time, my sister told me just recently that my mom and pop had a chance to sue them, but they didn't pursue it. And I'm trying to figure out that, at my age and the way things is, I understand statute of limitation, but I heard that there was a group or something like that was trying to extend on certain type of things that might have happened to some people.
Okay, so I'm not aware of any extension that would fit the bill for you. There is a 2-year statute of limitations. Because you were a minor at the time, that statute is tolled. It doesn't run until your 18th birthday, and then it runs from 18 to 20. So it would have ended on your 20th birthday. There are sex offenses that have had extended statutes of limitations for, upwards of 30 years. When I was a new attorney, they were just getting into something called repressed memory, where like you had blocked it out, and then through psychological treatment, it came back out again, and that extended the statute. But those were all for sex offenses, sex abuse, rape, things of that nature.
Even that one wouldn't fit me because, like I said, I'm 60 now, and I just recently found out. So even if I was 20, I still wouldn't have, I never known, even at 20. I actually didn't even know nothing about it. But the main thing is, it was dealing with the way he touched me, and then he beat me to hell up and put me in the hospital. So
there might be an element of sex there, but I don't. My gut says probably not. But statute of limitations can be very tricky. And so you should probably call somebody. And when you said you didn't remember it, but now when did that memory come back?
No, it's that I didn't. It's every day.
Okay.
I really did stuff.
I think maybe another trip to the psychologist for some more therapy would be in order. I remember when I was in Hebrew school, and I'm turning around and I'm talking to the kid behind me, and the teacher, I think Mr. Cohen, his name was, he comes up with like the Bible or something, like this just gigantic book, and whacks me on the top of the head. Knocked me out. I was like,
I'm pretty sure that was some type of abuse, Dean.
Yeah, I'm sure there was, but we didn't do anything about that.
How old were you?
Just lifted you back up again and said,
how old were you in Hebrew school?
Teachers back in the day, man.
I was like maybe 11.
Yeah,
11, 12. Yeah, 11, 12.
Yeah, in third grade, I had a teacher that, she used to shake the kids when we were bad. Like, shake it. Like teachers back in the day, it was different, bro.
Yeah.
The paddle, man. The paddle in the coat room.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got away with some things back then. I don't know if that
punishment
is, was that?
Was corporal
that
punishment,
sounds
right?
completely different than the anonymous caller.
Yeah.
He sounds like he was, that was
major abuse.
Yeah, that was actionable. Yeah. But I don't know. Do people think? What's our YouTube listening audience think? Do you think it's better to have some level of corporal punishment. Or
you can't do
in
that
the
today.
schools?
You can't do that today.
In the schools? No.
Yeah.
Well,
You get shot.
Yeah.
You can't do that today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think. I wonder if parents feel like they can, slap their kid on the butt. Let's say.
Well, these days, your kid will call DHS in a heartbeat, right?
yeah.
I don't know if corporal punishment is the answer. I think we've grown beyond that.
Was it the
I
answer
don't know
back
about,
in the
I
day?
don't know about that, but
Now you just take away their cell phones. That's corporal punishment.
That'd be real.
you can't play PlayStation. No.
The parents may even have a problem with that.
We're running out of time, folks, unfortunately, as we always do. We'll see you next Saturday at the same time and place.
We're still on YouTube.
Yeah, we're still live on YouTube.
Keenan, should we beat the kids?
Yeah.
Keenan, what do you think, man?
Keenan, should we beat you?
Keenan says Manny, Mr. Brazzi at Beeper wanted to beat me bad.
Yeah.
I had a smart mouth, and the beating would have been warranted.
Keenan, his name was Mr. Bravo, not Brazzi. It was Bravo, right? The little short dude.
Yeah, Mr. Brazzi.
Yeah, everybody was scared of him.
Bravo, yeah.
It was
Bravo.
Mr. Bravo.
Yeah,
he had a
Bravo,
paddle.
what I typed earlier. Bravo. Yep, Mr. Bravo.
Did you guys have lunch in high school? And you went in lunchroom?
Yeah.
You know at Overbrook we never had lunch.
I heard your dig, says Chris. My palate is more refined than the other savages at the table. Well, yeah, you're probably right, Chris. You're probably right. Excuse me, dear.
see what
You're
it was
blocking
card.
my shot.
Oh man!
That was because she defended.
She D'd you up. Hold on, don't press. No, don't pressure.
Oh
man.
Oh my God! I always hit that shot.
You know, this is a thing. Come on, man. 3.
Oh my Lord!
He's missed 3 in a row.
No, I have to. One more time, please. One more time.
Hold on. Time out.
What's going on?
Senior Jackson.
Everybody.
B. Jackson.
Everybody.
Oh, you know what?
YouTube.
Jackson. Fuck.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes, yes, YouTube.
I'm
One shot.
Go ahead.
One shot. Wait.
YouTube.
Boom. Well, you got 3 chances. One last one. This is what grown men do, folks. This is what grown men do. Here you go. Elbow straight.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank you. That was bad, man.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Jackson, speaking of which, he was in camp with the coach at
George
Lower
Watt.
Merion.
Right.
Up in Boston. He won. So they broke the kids down, middle schoolers and high schoolers. Jackson was a 9th grade high schooler, the youngest of the high schoolers.
Of the youngest of the high schoolers.
He won for the camp-wide, the gold medal for the hustler.
Hustle.
Kid with the most hustle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Coaches like hustle, man.
and
Yeah, absolutely.
He won for the entire camp the free throw shooting contest.
Now that's important.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
They were
Free
all
throws.
amputees, but that we don't hold that against Jackson.
That's a bad joke, man. That's a bad joke. I can't even. What were you saying, Dion?
What are you saying?
Speaking of free throws, Keenan said Dean is shooting like Shaq right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, if you have nothing else to add to this party, we're going to go about our business.
Well, Dean, we hope you're going home to a more relaxed situation.
It looks like it's going to rain out there. Is it going to
No,
rain?
it's not gonna rain.
No?
Nope.
I'm putting the top down. I'm going home top down.
How
You
bad
go-
is
it's
it?
time to go downstairs, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go
Take a look at the car.
downstairs.
All right. Well, we should pull the camera down.
There's no way we can take them with us, huh?
Yeah. See you guys next Saturday.
We got to go bless the new.
Is next Saturday?
Sarah?
No, that's the Saturday after that.
Okay. See you next Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.